PO Box video over on the second channel. Go and watch it or die. I'll link it in the top comment or something. Welcome to A Game of Thrones. So last episode, between the game wiping itself out with a bunch of glitches and errors, which I think we are now fixed, we can get back on with a little bit of gameplay. Besides that, we also had, obviously, the gigantic Great Sickness Plague that wiped out more or less half of our dynasty. We're down to Crockpot, Greater, Sink, and Hot Plate. Our heir is currently our half-brother, and honestly a character I'd much rather play as, given that he's burly and giant. We'll talk about that in a minute, though. Our long-term goal is, essentially, to reform the religion, obviously rebuild Valyria, but reform the religion right now is our current long-term goal. 48.5 moral authority. All we've got to do, really, is revoke the title of Gis, revoke the province of Gis, revoke the duchy of Gis. Okay, thank God. So all we've got to do is revoke the duchy of Gis, then the province, then the title. Then we can actually give that title to, obviously, a Valyrian vassal or try and convert it, something along those lines. Is there just... Oh, there's no revocation shit. In the Game of Thrones world, there's no religious revocation, at least, so the one thing I was kind of hoping we could do would be able to revoke everything. Other thing we could possibly do is, obviously, just basically straight up fabricate claims. So, that's probably the best idea I've got working on right now. We could just basically take the tyranny hit and then reform the religion, at which point all the Valyrians would love us anyway, but our Giscari vassals especially would despise us, because not only we revoke the title from a Giscari vassal, but we're a threatening religion at that stage. I think I am just going to start fabricating claims, because worst case scenario, we could maybe get a claim on the duchy as well and revoke it all. It's going to be fairly expensive, but we should be okay. So... we've got kind of a choice going on with what we want to do with the actual character we're playing as. We're playing as Crockpot. Crockpot isn't bad. She's an attractive female, which is obviously pretty good for CK2 standards because, you know, most of the rulers in CK2 are male. So with with more or less 80% of all rulers, we're going to get an opinion bonus just for being attractive. It's plus 30 opinion. So if we say go to this guy, he likes us more, I assume, because we are attractive, or not probably because we're a child. But basically when we're older, we will get that attraction opinion, assuming that they aren't homosexual or a woman. That's not terrible. It's actually not nearly as bad as I thought it would be, especially with the whole plague. I thought we'd end up in a lot worse of a situation. Or, alternatively, we don't bother with this character at all. We don't care about her education. Instead, we focus everything on King Greater as much as we can from outside of the realm. We can't really chuck him a better educator. Like, we can't get, you know, Ilola here to educate him instead, although she would be better because she's a genius, she's gregarious, she's honorable, she's patient. He is not interested in that. He, instead, is being educated by... She's not terrible, to be honest. Yazini here, who is ambitious, patient, gregarious. Patient is obviously a bonus to their education. There's a chance of them getting a higher education tier because she has that. Ambitious and gregarious as well, obviously quite good. You know what? He's not as bad as I thought. But our choice is basically, do we sort of put all our eggs in the Crockpot basket, really try and train her up into a decent character, or shall we just say, fuck it, blitz her a load of time, have her, you know, deposed or abdicate or something along those lines so we end up immediately playing as Greater. The other bonus, of course, to playing as Greater is that we get Marine back. We get Tolos, we get the Black Cliffs, we get, was that the Demon Road, Marine, part of the Lazar. Oh no, that is actually still part of Marine there. Kurzai Pass and No Man's Land all come back to us. Tolos is a powerful province. It's actually not too terrible. Then, of course, we've got the Great Pyramid of Marine as well, which we could bring back over, the Great Pyramid there. A huge Marine fortress, giving a whole bunch of troops. Taking all of that back would be good. But it would mean get rid of Crockpot. I think what we'll do for the time being is we'll just train Crockpot as we would a normal character that we intended on playing as. And then we'll see which one comes out better. And then we'll see if whether it is worth it playing as this other kid, but also getting the Empire along with it. So obviously the challenge now comes in, how much can we do to keep the realm together whilst we're in this Regency? So we're only 7. We've got to play for another, what, like 11 years, I think, is when your Regency stops. It might just be 16. It might be younger in the Game of Thrones world, because I know you can get married at 14, but I don't entirely remember. Problem, of course, being that our Regent is apparently embezzling the money from the Treasury, and they did just sack our Spy Master as well, who was pretty decent. So not only are we going to piss off all of our powerful, you know, vassals, our powerful ex-chancellors. Oh, God, what is this? We've received proof of the villainous treachery. Queen Crockpot's Regent has been embezzling. Ah, nice. Okay. He is a corrupt traitor. I bid all loyal nobles join together to cast him down. Good work, Daryl. You'll be marked as special interest, and you'll be granted... You know what? Let's give her a gift. This is what you... Thank you for protecting the treasury. Here's 15 gold. I will sort this when I take power yet in many, many years. Oh, God. Oh, this is pretty relevant, especially considering the campaign that came before this that sort of spawned this one. The mighty fortress of Storm's End has stood for centuries, but despite... being said to be protected by spells woven into its very walls, it has been taken by the others. The massive outer curtain wall of the castle kept the White Walks at bay for some time, but the sheer numbers overwhelmed the defences. The Stormlands are now at the mercy of the others of winter, which when it loads, we will be able to see they've only got 261,000 men. It's still, obviously, super, super impressive. Far more powerful than any other empire, unless we manage to get, like, Yeti, Ashai, Karth, especially, to join us. My god, they've almost done it. There's a couple of holdouts here in the Westerlands. There's, like, randomly, the Dreadfort, so House Bolton still have Flint Cliffs and part of Sunrise Keep. An old town, of all places. Oh, House Dane, of course, in Starfall, still holding out for Dawn, which is quite appropriate that the Sword of Dawn in Dawn is about to fight for the War for Dawn. We've got Old Town as well, of course, House Hightower. The second this falls, I mean, we can basically say goodbye to Westeros. And then the Arbor. The Arbor's actually doing pretty well there. Who's got our sword? I suppose is probably the real question. What is a Stag's Key? I've never heard of that before. Someone still has our ancestral house sword. Nessos of Misa. Okay, so we don't give a shit about you besides the fact that you're embezzling from us. Daryl is the person. We've already sent a gift to her. You know what? You've already served the ram. Let's track down Stranger's Mercy and see where that's got to, because maybe we could plan to steal that back. I mean, they might just end it up as an unlanded courtier somewhere in Essos, invite them to court, kill them up. You know, the sort of usual grabbing our artifact back stuff. So, it is, Red Queen Floris Bolton of the Dreadfort. Okay, so, House Bolton, that's obviously the problem with everyone becoming unlanded, is that they're all going to shuffle into the same court, and then when that court dies off, oh, you know what, that's a cool place to set up to fend yourself against the White Walkers who are on the Paps. What have they got, then? So they've got, I assume, almost every treasury in Westeros combined. Yeah, they really, really do. So they've got all the Targaryen dragon skulls. They've got a whole bunch of different books. Loras Tyrell's armor. They've got Heart-Eater, another Valyrian sword. Melisandre's ruby, glass candles, all the Targaryen crowns as well. And then not only have they got Stranger's Mercy, our house's sword, they've also got Krakenfire, the House Durrandon mace, which I think we should also probably take, seeing as we are, you know, a descendant from House Durrandon, descendant of the Storm Gods. Taking that back would also be kind of appropriate. When they become unlanded, they may just move to our court. They'll basically go to whoever is the closest religion or culture. Chances are they'll probably disappear to Andalos, because that is still Faith of the Seven. I imagine Andalos has taken a whole bunch of refugees from Westeros here. Old Town, what's their court size like? Only 39 is fairly impressive. What about the Arbor? 31. Where the hell are they all running to is the real question. And then the other artifact I really care about is the Valyrian steel armor when the autosaves decides to piss off. Thank you very much. Right, let's find out where that's gone to, because there's only one set of Valyrian steel armor in the entire world. So the sooner we can find that, the better. Salaros, Captain of the Iron Shields. Wow. So it's actually under a sellsword ban from Bravos there. Oh, they're Bravosi Moonsingers, but apparently they're of Volantis. Okay, they're actually in Volantis. Interesting. So that within our realm is essentially how we can look at that, which is obviously good for us, because we want to steal this armor as soon as... Wait. Valyrian Steel Dagger, that's not right. Valyrian Steel Armor? Oh, scroll up. Ah, there we go. Armor, right. So, it's probably this guy then. Gowan Norcross almost certainly owns it. Reachman, Faith of the Seven. Yeah, here we go. So, he's got Valyrian Steel Armor, obviously the White Walker's swords, Annals of the Rivers, got loads of different books here. And Melisandre's Ruby, again, which is obviously sold. They're just like magical rubies, basically, sold by the Alchemist. Jesus, if we could inherit these treasuries, So, let's mark you also as special interest in the second War of Age. I think we're just going to try and take back our sword, and we'll take the sword in one hand, mace in the other, and then Valyrian steel armor whilst riding a dragon. I think we'd be pretty much unstoppable at that point, huh? This is exactly why we're trying to keep a big treasury. The colony in Valyria is struggling to feed its people. We can send supplies to relieve them. We still get the famine modifier. It's a colony. They're expensive to rebuild, unfortunately, and these things will happen. It's going to cost us 300 gold, and it's going to cut our levy in half for basically a year. Or we can say no, at which point there's a 50% chance the colony will fall into ruin. Basically, do you want to roll the dice? 50 gold to lose potentially years and years of work. Or, sorry, 50% chance to potentially lose years and years in work. I'm going to throw the 300 gold at it. We can't afford to lose Valyria. It's our capital. We've started to develop it already. We've built some other buildings here. We've, of course, got that insane, like the Valyrian mines are insane. They give a ridiculous amount of tax. And when this colony is actually developed and when it stops costing us a fortune, look at the base tax there. Minus 53. We're still getting, even with that, plus 11 gold because of the other things we've got. Huge colony gives minus 100. Good God. So we actually, if we were, we'd actually gain basically plus 100 gold, wouldn't we? If the colony's knocking off minus 100, and even then we can make a profit. That is yearly, though, I should point out. That would be very, very awesome. Okay, what we need to do, one thing I have done, by the way, is I've just sent out a request for new stewards. Your steward solely determines whether or not your colony is going to advance. As it stands right now, our steward only has 11.89% chance yearly for our colony to develop for the next level. Colonies also have to develop 3 times, I believe it is, or twice, sorry, to become a finished province. So it's a colony, starts off as that. Then it becomes an advanced colony after the first development, and then after that it develops into a full-blown regular old province, basically, at which point it's not at any risk. So, 11% chance yearly, we've got to get that twice. Basically means we're looking at, what, almost 20 years waiting for this colony to develop, which is why I sent out a request for, hopefully, some new stewards here. I sent for a man and a woman because I wasn't sure. Oh, nice, we've got the woman with 19 stewardship, 16.32% chance yearly, so it's determined by our treasurer, by our state stewardship, and obviously our own stewardship by extent. So, I mean, training this character in stewardship probably wouldn't have hurt. What about Greater? What's he being trained in right now? Sorry, Blender? Greater. Oh, shit. Well, would you look at that? That's very convenient. I'm really glad I caught that. After many months of rebuilding, the ruins of Valyria are finally resembling a habitable place once more. Many immigrants have been flocking to the land, which means a levy can be now supported. Awesome. So now we're an advanced colony, rather than a regular colony. As it stands right now, we've got minus 200% levy size, minus 2 supply, minus 1 fort, minus 25% garrison size. Now that's basically halved, right? Yeah, no, it's exactly halved. So now we've got, besides levy size, which is actually, minus 50%, rather than minus 200%, just to guarantee you definitely don't have any troops. Council is content, probably because Valyria is turning into a place we can actually start living again. Even with half levy size, with half levy size, we actually still can't support anything. The slave camps. Wow, so the slave camp gives a stacking, what is that, minus 30, we've got minus 60% levy size. So even with the colony, and the castle also gives minus 50% as well, really? Oh, but then it's cancelled out by large Valyrian castle. Okay, so we're still actually at minus 100%. Oh, good. Lady Penula of the Three Exiles is the ruler of Last Lament. Who? Three Exiles. Penla. Okay, so, it's a kinsman of ours. Penla the Open-Handed, who's apparently independent. What the hell? How has that happened? Okay. Her heir is our half-brother. What do we say? We either say, yes, let her have it, at which point she gains Last Lament, the Kingdom of the Last Lament. We keep Valyria, though. Or we say we won't be blackmailed, at which point we go into war against Volantis and against the Lotus Valley and probably the Three Exiles themselves. How many troops have we got? We've got 11,000. That's obviously including Volantis' troops. It's actually almost... By ourselves, we've only got 100 troops. I don't know that we can win this, but... why not try and fight it, huh? Okay, here we go. Let's see what we've got. So the Volantis are actually the main fighters here. She's not actually joined the war against us, which is fantastic. Okay, then. We've got 4,000. So we've got roughly like 5,000 troops. Volantis are coming in strong with only 3,000. We can win this. This actually isn't a problem at all. Okay, so raise the troops. We can almost raise everything. We can raise all but 8 men there, which works out incredibly well. Where are our troops coming from? So we've got 1,000, roughly 1,200 there from Mantaris. Thank you. Your support will be remembered eternally. Quickly get them to Valyria. Like I've said before, if Valyria is sieged, we're going to lose everything. Where are these other troops coming from? Let's go... armies is already turned on. Larion? Oh my god, new Gis. I didn't even consider that. Okay, well that's pretty decent. Unfortunately, we don't have enough boats for these guys, but we can pick up some other people on the way there. Velos is obviously still a colony, and I assume... Oh, it's an advanced colony as well. They're actually progressing with that impressive stuff. Okay, you guys can cross the islands to Valyria. You arrange to meet with Priest Doc, a wealthy man from Yin who wishes to purchase one of your slaves. Is he any good? He's okay. We could try for 40. Ah, nice. That worked out very well. I thought I'd be greedy for one thing, so we might need to hire mercenaries. 150 gold is the minimum amount to be able to hire mercenaries, so just getting that is going to help out a fair amount. Right, so that's going to have, what's that, like roughly 1,400 men there. Let's go and pick these guys up from New Gis. Put them into a big old unit, an absolute unit, if you will, and then we can head over to Valance as well. After one evening, you're examining your dragon egg, and you're almost sure that it's emitting heat. That it is a dragon egg. It's not even, much of a... It's not like Daenerys with her fossilized dragon eggs. We know these are legitimate dragon eggs that were laid within, like, the past 10 years. Okay, get on the boats, and let's head over to mainland Valyria. So who is that? That's Lotus Valley standing menacingly outside our capital. Not that we have anything to worry about. Even if Volantis and these guys band their troops together and do a naval landing, we've still got it, right? And I'm assuming we still have Dragon Riders in our... Oh, we don't. We still don't have Dragon Riders in our army. We can call for Dragon Riders. Can we not call for Dragon Riders? We had that option before. Okay, I guess not then. I guess all the dragons have been tamed. This could be a problem. Let's check our commanders, I assume, just in case some have been auto-assigned away. No, there are no Dragon Riders. Oh, God, this could be a problem. Right, reset all. Let's go Dragon Rider. Anybody want to join our court? No, almost certainly not. Oh, shit. Penula, oh, she's actually attacking us and she's got a dragon. Okay, that could be a problem. Oh, Last Lament kept all the Dragon Rider. Wait, he's ours. Dragon Rider, why can't you... Oh, because he's organizing the army. Right, okay, there we go. So what you do then, just untick him from his current job. Is there any way we could convince this guy to come to our court? Maybe send him a gift? Increase his opinion by 28. That won't be enough still, unfortunately. What about Crockpot? Crockpot is our... Oh, she's our hand. Sure. Okay, well, there we go then. We can name those two commanders as well. Crockpot already is. And who was the other guy? It was our marshal called Ileno. Right, so you are sacked, Larion. Let's put Ileno. Sorry. Wait, oh, is he already a commander by default? Because he's a... Yeah, there we go. Chief General. Oh, he's also incredible on the center. I imagine we might see a dragon combat, a Dance of Dragons. Okay, get you on there as well. So we've got 3 Dragon Riders. The only problem is if she turns up, lands troops on Valyria and actually dragon assaults it down, we're gonna lose Valyria. You know, even if we win the war, the capital is gone, it's gonna burn down and we're gonna have to start again. Not only would that be a problem, we'd have to start again with what is essentially with a harder province because it's gonna be burnt as well. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna leave these guys here. What we're gonna do is go and pick up the troops from Last Lament. We're going to drop these guys off in Volantis, and then we'll set a Dragon Rider as the leader of these armies, and we'll just torch Volantis, and hope that with this sort of secondary unit, we can win the war without him to get too out of hand here. You've got 162 gold, so welcome to my prison, and then let's exile you. Council say no. Why? Does not have just cause to execute, exile, and I'm just or honorable. You coward. Alright. Name an advisor. Sure. Let's go for... You'll do. General of Last Lament. That seems a good person to have as an advisor. Okay. Get the boats over here. And then let's... Oh, God. What do we want? Timid? No, we obviously don't want timid. Right. Get on the boats. Let's head to Volantis. And hopefully we can just torch the bitch and then we're good, right? Let him rot. 0% war score still. We could just sit in our capital and starve them out. We genuinely could just stand here, even if they siege Last Lament. Although they could siege Last Lament and get the war goal, but I think the war goal is our capital because we are the queen of you know, the kingdom, which is now includes the province of Valyria, weirdly enough. So we might be able to just sit there and let the war score tick up in our favor. But I also don't want to risk that because, you know, they do have a friggin' dragon or two. Okay, so who are we going to put in charge of this one? I think we'll leave our Chief General there. We'll put Crockpot, even though she's not the best military ruler. She does have a dragon there in charge of this one. We'll give her a couple of just token commanders. And then let's head over to... Can we actually sail into the river of Volantis? We can't. I guess we're not... You know, we're not a seafaring nation, a riverfaring nation. Okay, let's drop ourselves in Arlior Garon and then head over to Old Volantis itself. I mean, they're movement locked, so we could just crush them, but I do want to wait for our morale to increase a little bit. There's no point throwing away troops when we've got so few anyway. Okay. So let's just get on the center, and let's just hope that our guy... Sorry, what did that say? Declared war on the others. Okay, that's not a problem. And let's just stand here, and hopefully our vassal will use her dragon. Oh, wait, we can counter-siege this one to start off with. Hopefully she'll use the dragon to scorch Volantis, and that'll be the end of the war. Holy shit, they tried doing a naval landing, but they were repelled. Look at that. Battle of Valyria. That was so lucky. Alright, wow, I don't know why the hell they thought that'd be a good idea. They've got no morale. We outnumber them. They might have... So we're going to take a river crossing, and they've got a defense bonus, but look at our army compared to theirs. And we've got a dragon. I think we're just going to wipe them out here. I'm kind of happy to deploy the... Oh, we can't deploy the dragons because it's not ours. Shit. Whoa. Dragon Riders Crockpot Valane, Rider of Aquistion. No. What happened? News from Old Volantis. Yeah, wow. Crockpot Valane, Rider of Aquistion, and Lord Freeholder Tibero Panamion, Rider of Firestorm, met in fierce combat, driving the dragons to tear at each other. Aquistion has died. The old dragon that we used to have is now dead. Crockpot has been captured. She's mangled because she fell from her dragon, severely injured. They managed to kill. Wow. What a dance that must have been. That's a real shame because she was obviously leading our armies. I didn't realize that the defender of Volantis, or whoever is in charge of the armies defending Volantis, was a dragon rider also. Although, their troops are crushed, so that's obviously a great start. Just keep chasing them down. Just keep rooting them whenever we can find it. 180 boats sat in our bay is kind of frightening, but I think they're probably just going to put themselves into debt more than anything else here. Right, kill them all. 41%, chase them down. Just keep going with this over and over and over. We can retreat our troops. They can obviously reinforce, whereas Volantis doesn't have really that luxury right now. Crockpot is dead. My grandmother, Crockpot Valane, has died. Wow, I didn't realize she was our grandmother. Epic battle grandma. Died in a dragon fight. That's a cool story, huh? A small private funeral will suffice. She does deserve to be honored with a funeral, but unfortunately, I think she would agree that when it comes to Valyria, it's too important. We've got to save the money. We could potentially lose everything here, and I don't want her to have died in vain. So they've got troops sat on those boats ready to go, and actually when we weren't stood in Valyria, look, we can sort of bait them out. They've only got one galley, so God knows they're sending in 18 men. Well, that stopped us. Shit, we better surrender right now, team. 40 gold? Nice. Okay, I should probably start asking for 40 gold a bit more frequently, because even if we don't sell them, it's not as if we lose out. We're losing out on 15 gold immediately, but in the future, someone might offer us more. So what I'm thinking is we just keep baiting them out like this, move into the ruins of Valyria, wait for them to come over. And they're only dropping like 9 troops off at a time, though. 47%. Do we have ticking war score? I'm going to assume not. Oh, God, what happened to... He was burnt. Oh, is he leading troops? He's leading troops in Olvis Marel, was that? Oh, Olvis Mel. Get Eleno ahead of this one. Make sure we've got a good defender on... I mean, Valyria is going to be easy to defend anyway. Let's make sure we've got a good defender on Valyria. Get our best commanders on that one and just have the single Dragon Rider mulling around Volantis. Maybe he'll burn it. He might actually melt it on our behalf, and that's where the leader of Volantis is leading troops, right? Okay, let's go and see if we can capture him in battle, because that will put an end to this right now. Whoa. Eleno and Daymax prevailed. Eleno prevailed in the dragon combat. Nice. Tybro Painimion has been... We've avenged our grandmother. Excellent. Good Dance of Dragons. 10 out of 10. A fierce duel broke out between Lord Freeholder Tybro Painimion and the skies over Valyria. Their dragons tore at each other, but Daymax and the rider emerged victorious and now turns over Tybro to you as his prisoner. That's cool, because of course Daymax was the dragon we were riding. Same with the last one that our grandmother was riding as well. So we're seeing these old dragons once again coming into combat. That's so awesome. Alright, let's find the leader of Volantis and see if we can't end this war in just a quick and easy battle. Please don't have moved. Come on, just stand there and wait. We're surrendering? Really? White peace. Nah. They know they're on the back foot. We're not going to do that. We're gonna push them for everything they're worth. Get a bunch of gold, because it's Volantis at the end of the day. They've probably got some cash in their pocket. Okay, head over here. Let's see if we can just grab him in a single battle and wrap this war up. If not, we can just, obviously, you know, assault their capital. Not a big deal. I imagine they're probably out of troops at this stage. Wouldn't probably mind leaving Valyria unattended. All we've got to do is worry for the Dragon Rider, but that's always going to be a worry, you know, regardless of whether or not we're there. Okay, stay here. Wait for Elena to hopefully torch Volantis. Oh my god. It's actually done. Our time and investment has paid off. The colony in Valyria is complete. It's now a fully self-sufficient domain of the realm as it was many years ago. Holy shit. That was like the perfect timing, because now it means we can leave Valyria unattended. What's our... Oh, look at that now. Levy is still 0, but out of potentially 20,000. My god. This could be fantastic. We've still got the famine, which I assume is still affecting things a little bit. We've also got furious peasants. Okay, so we should actually start getting a levy then in no time. This is cool. And then we've still got the one-day build time modifier. Do we still have that master builder? They last forever, don't they? Wait, that's permanent? Wait, what? I thought Master Builder only lasted a certain amount of time. Not that I'm complaining. You know what? If this game has had enough bugs against us, I'm fine for a bug in our favor if that's the case. And of course, we are overseeing construction with someone with 19 stewardship. So to say that we've got the one-day modifier isn't really a surprise, huh? We need things that add to levy reinforcement rate, like basically instantly. What have we got? Fighting arena. Basically the same as, what is it, the militia training grounds in the base game, or just the training grounds, whatever the hell it's called. Morale of armies plus 10%, levy reinforcement rate plus 10%. Build it. Immediately built. That means we're immediately going to start getting some benefits out of that. Is there anything else that does something similar? Is there anything we should start saving up for to get something similar? Man, there's so many buildings, huh? That's what we want. Oh, there it is, the training grounds. So we need guard stations 2, which I believe is an upgrade of patrol posts. Yes, it is. All right, so build the patrol posts. We don't need to save up money anymore because Valyria is good. My god, we can finally spend money. Let's go and pick people up, and let's go and just absolutely annihilate Volantis. You guys are going to fund the new Valyrian city. That is a daring attack. My god, the ball's on this man, huh? Who is that? That is him leading the troops. Oh, no, he's over there. Who is this then? Just a mercenary band. I assume they've hired some troops. Yeah, 1,500 hired. Must have hired up in Volantis because that's obviously as close as they can. Wait, Volantis is the capital of Volantis. What the hell am I sieging? Old Volantis? We're in the wrong province. Oh, well, it doesn't matter too much. So these guys are going to come over. That's 1,500 troops versus 1,100. Dragon Rider on the center. Great commander anyway. They're taking a straight crossing and we're at full morale and they're not. That's a losing battle, regardless of the fact that we've got another 4,000 troops ready to land. What a fool. We have to land in, so what we'll do, we'll just pincer attack them, because they'll probably flee straight across the river when we win that. Sahoy is a ruin, I didn't know that. So they're going to flee. Whoa. It's over. Old Town stood as the last defense against the others in the Reach, but It actually did. That's so cool. The others in the reach, but in this dark winter has finally overcome the great city as well. The White Walkers swarmed throughout the beautiful streets and froze over canals, taking all of those who had fought at the last stand of the grand buildings such as the Starry Sept and Hightower. The first city of Westeros has fallen, and with that, winter has basically won. I mean, they've got Dawn, they've got, you know, the Arbor, some random holdout cities here and there. We've got apparently Queen Sarah the Kinslayer Lannister still holding out, to be fair, comely and genius, so she's not doing a bad job at all. And then we've got, of course, House Bolton fleeing on these islands. Is that House Reed still alive? Timothy Reed, obviously some distant descendant of Howland Reed there. Wow, impressive stuff. This is going to be interesting, because I don't know what happens when all of Westeros falls. So back to the more important things. Like I said, they're going to flee immediately straight across the river back to the capital. Let's move all of our best commanders on this one unit. We don't have any other Dragon Riders. That sucks. Okay. Doesn't matter too much. Greyfire. Sokoko. Now, give her the Sokoko. Now rides Greyfire into battle. Greyfire of King's Landing. That's a 55-year-old dragon. That's been around for quite a while. Oh, it's Materion's kid. So Materion obviously was from last series as well. That's cool. Does the world have enough room for a Dragon Rider? It's weird how just like one dragon egg could have kicked off all of this shit. How so many dragons just came from that one sort of original progenitor. House Reed, the last stand there. I don't think it's going to make it. I'm sorry, I feel like that ship has sailed. Bring these troops over. Not only is that enough troops to be able to siege down Volantis anyway, but we've got, you know, dragons on our side. Brooding or intrigue? I mean, brooding isn't bad, but it does go against certain educations, or do we just want straight up one intrigue? We're already becoming quite a good intrigue character, aren't we? So, brooding can become just wrath, selfish, or envious. To be honest, the only trait I'd want out of that is just, and we already have just, so I'm just going to say tell the child to ask their mum and dad, gain the prestige, and then, you know, leaves our education a bit more open-ended in case we don't actually want to become an intrigue character, which we don't really at all. Well, Volantis has fallen, but I guess because it is a war pushing the claim on wait, that's our mother. Penguin of the Open-Handed is our mother. What the hell? We could just kill her off, at which point our half-brother would inherit all of our land, and then we kill off our half-brother, and, you know, then we inherit everything. Or we just play as our half-brother. Penguin of the Open-Handed. What has she got going for her? She's still got just the Dragon Greyfire. And probably White Peace again. We've priced White Peace under these terms. We're going to decline it, because the money that we get out of this war, let's see what we actually get if we win it. Force demands. We get... All lands are held in the name of Lady Penula, which are legally part of her realm are returned. Oh shit, well that'll be Last Lament then, won't it? Yeah, because it's not the Lady Freeholder of Volantis, even though they're the ones starting this war. It's the one they're pushing the war for. The Volantis is also in prison, so we can ransom them out. Obviously, they will be worth a fair amount of gold. We don't actually gain that much from things, though. It might cost us more money unless we speed things up to, you know, keep the war going for this long. Oh, okay. Well, the Dragon Riders arrived in Valyria. Let's forget about Volantis for now. Let's go and just make sure they don't annihilate Valyria while we're away. So we're gonna have to take a... Oh, shit. Battle of Lotus Point, your uncle. Oh, is that a problem? Queen Magella of the Basilisk Isles was married to... Oh, that's... Okay, so we're losing basically a political alliance there, but it's not such a big deal. Do we really want to land in Volantis, or do we want to land, like, nearby and move over? Sorry, in Valyria. Do we want to... land nearby and move over? Probably a safer idea. So we'll go and land at Dragonfield, because I imagine there's no river crossing there. Let our morale increase a little bit. Let's auto-balance. Let's put on, like, sub-commanders. I'm going to go pretty... Can't put on sub-commanders. Oh, because I assume we have no other sub-commanders. Let's wait. We can't wait too long, because, of course, they do have a big old friggin' dragon, which would be kind of horrible if Valyria is burned down. Okay, how are we looking? 100% morale. Let's move in. Good luck. Gain affectionate. Sure, that's fine. Okay, let's play again sometime. We became friends with Sync. That's always good to see. Okay, good luck. We are still taking a river crossing, though. I imagine that's just Valyria itself. Is there, like, a river crossing with everywhere? Dragonfields and Lazatara. So we could have gone for, like, blending away, but it's not such a big deal. Hello. Dragon versus Dragon. Okay, we could be losing our last Dragon Rider here if we're unfortunate. Now we annihilated him. So she's leading those troops. I think if we capture her, that would end the battle, right? Let's see what we can do. Talents will be here. News from Valyria. During the War of the Three Exiles, Dragon Riders Ilio Valane, Rider of Daymax, and Lady Penula Valane led a Rider of Greyfire met in fierce combat. Oh, for God's sake. Lady Penula and Greyfire prevailed, killing Daymax. We've lost both of our dragons at this point. They're trying to wipe us out. All they're doing is weakening House Valane as a whole. You idiots. Absolute fools. Okay, where is she now, then? She's leading some more troops somewhere else. Over in Last Lament. Let's see if we can capture her. That actually might end this war. Not only that, we also lost our best commander, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, Chief General Cassano, you'll do. High Admiral, literally anyone. Welcome aboard. Oh God, really? We might have to see if we can't hire ourselves some better military commanders for the time being. Alright, let's sort by highest marshal. Go, join court, yes. Okay, there's a couple. There's a couple of people that aren't completely atrocious, I guess. Join court. We've got Daenerys. We've got Saharis. We've got... Yeah, okay. The rest of you aren't particularly fantastic, so we'll just hire that one dude for now with his 16 marshal. It's the best we can do. It's better than what we've got as well, which apparently is right now nothing. Oh, because I just made him our military commander, didn't I? Alright, welcome. Let's go and name him... You're so much better than anyone else we've got. Good God. Okay. So, take back Jahar, and then I guess maybe just siege their capital and see if that'll do anything for us. Not the safest play here. 4,400 versus 1,900. We're taking River Cross, and they've got jungle defenses. We should still be good. We're going to lose a couple of troops, though. Hot Plate has dysentery. Oregon Trail all over again. Call for my court position at once. She should be okay. So, a capital 3 point... I'm not sure whether we go for Valances or whether we go for the capital of the person that's declaring war on us, or is the beneficiary of the war, I should say. I don't think this is entirely fair that the ruler of the enemy realm gets to decide our level of education. Yes, why I did want a theology education, thank you. What's she giving us? Oh, nothing yet. Oh, of course we get to choose. Marshal. Yeah, she's basically only good for an intrigue character. I think she might accidentally wander into the ocean so that we have to play as King Greater instead. How's he doing? Conscientious is good. Timid is terrible. Willful is good. He's coming out an okay, a very much okay military ruler. If he gets, like, you know, the highest military education, he might not be too bad, but he's certainly better than what we've got right now, let's put it that way. Lord King Greater of Marine, our brother wants to marry our sister. She's not that good, though, to be honest with you, Greater. I mean, if we start playing as him, we can obviously divorce her, or we can just marry him off to his second wife or a third wife who happens to be Prodigy or Genius. Did he hatch a dragon? He has. He's actually hatched a dragon. He's got Dragon Whip added to his treasury. There we go. Elenol. So is he a dragon rider, or is he just... He's just hatched it. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So the next character we play as is at least got another dragon, which is more that we can say for what we've got. I think it is definitely time for our current character to take a long walk off a short pier, and then we can start playing as Greater instead, who seems a lot better. She's a good intrigue character, but do we really want to play as someone? Is now the time when we're in the middle of, you know, recolonizing the whole of Valyria, and when we've got the need for a huge amount of martial? I don't think intrigue is particularly useful. If we're playing like within Westeros or within Volantis or something, might be slightly different. She is done. Is this war over? Will this end it? Or are we going to have to go and siege Volantis as well? Come on. Clan Pro 9s. Let them rot. We've got her in... That should be the end of the war. What if we just execute her? I mean, that would obviously be just a horrible idea. How is that not the end of the war? They're pushing her claim on our throne when we have her in prison. And apparently there's also a liberation vote, which I'm not going to do anything with. If we try and stop that, our own troops are going to get destroyed. So, now to go for Volantis as well. That doesn't make any sense. That war should be over. Alright, so we picked up the troops that have restored from... Oh, we can sail down the river. Well, that's weird. Oh, it's probably because their boats there, a blockade. Right, so... If we land there, we're going to win that. They're at half morale, so are we going to be. We're taking a naval landing, but it doesn't matter too much because we've got, you know, way superior numbers. Okay, let's do that. Get out of here. Rebels in New Gis, which we can't do. Oh! Oh, that could be a problem. Fuck's sake. Because they would hire troops just as we goddamn land, you shit. Is that actually what they did? Hired 993. That's illegal, by the way. I'm not a fan of that at all. Okay, get the boats down here. Try and get these troops out of Volantis. We need to get out, run. Sure, bitter rivals. No, let's become close friends. Get out. Okay, luckily we've kept 1,800 men, so it's not such a big deal. That's a big setback. Excuse me? Let's invasion of Brightwater. I don't want to join that. So we can banish this dude and get 162 gold. Then I'm actually tempted to hire mercenaries at this point because this war seems to be going on absolutely forever. How long has it been going on for, out of interest? The past 5 friggin' years. Oh, come on. We could just let the troops sit here and reinforce for a bit, I guess, and then come straight back to it. I mean, what else are we going to do? Grow? That's basically it. Oh my god, out of 27,000. Yeah, we could sit around for a bit, I think. I swear to God, if anybody points out that I said garrison 100 times rather than levy, I'm well aware it's a garrison. That's what I meant, but the levy is fine. The levy is fine is what I'm getting at. I just know I'm going to get 1,000 comments saying, "Excuse me, streamer, you said garrison when you meant levy. Are you stupid? Can you not read?" I don't want to have to read this anymore, though. What have we lost? Battle of Volantis. So we've only lost war score from actual combat, specifically that last combat. Good God. We're actually going to have to siege Volantis. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, morale of armies plus 10%, levy reinforcement rate plus 10%. Hopefully we might be able to get access to some of these 25,000 troops that we just got locked up in Valyria. We might have to raise them as well. Oh, come on, please be okay. Ah, there we go. We've killed someone else, thank God. Not that really helps us with this eternal war at all. Look, we've got access to like 8,000 troops right now. I think I'm just going to do it. 8,600 troops. What have Valantis got again? They've got like, excuse me, what have they got? 6,000. Yeah, we should be good. I think this will be fine. All we got to do is actually find a way to get all these, you know, troops together, because a lot of these provinces have no friggin' boats or anything like that. Quickly get over here, pick these guys up as well, go to Valyria, pick those guys up, and between them, we may be okay. Emphasis on may. Okay, how much have we got? 4. Oh, that's almost perfect. That's almost the perfect amount of ships. Thank you. Right, get these guys over to Valyria. You guys take the straight crossing. We got any boats down in Last Lament? Barely. It'll do. It should be enough to carry the whole army. So with absolutely all of our boats raised, we've only got 65. I'm going to hire another 15. That lets us carry 8,000 troops. And then with that, we may be able to stop this goddamn war at long last. Okay, can we split this one at all? We can get on the boats. How are we looking? We can take, like, roughly another 300 troops, but I don't think we can split these armies any smaller. Can we just get, like, another 200 at all? Oh, my God, we actually... Oh, no, we can't. Okay, well, I tried. We'll leave those guys there. They could be a very, very tiny home defense force. Valantis, I'm done with you. You guys are all gonna burn. Alright, we've grown. Over the course of this entire war, we have grown into Intricate Webweaver. Sorry, Elusive Shadow. Man, 22 intrigue is pretty nuts, huh? Let's go for business. Let's just start debasing the mints and building Valyria up. Can we maybe try and kidnap this guy as well? Manipulate dreams. Unnecessary evil. He's now stressed. Apparently we can do that, like, once every... What is it? Like, once every year or something like that? Not even that. We can do it in another, like, 6 months. That's pretty fantastic. Okay. Well, let's drop that again as soon as we can, I guess, and just, one of these must be true. Does not have... Oh. Wait. One of these must be true. Does not have depressed. Okay. Well, let's not worry about that. And let's see how things go. Alright, message about arranged marriage between him and Sink. Sink came out pretty good. Diligent and patient. Sure, we'll train her in intrigue. Whatever, there you go. You can marry her. I think we probably want to play as, so what did she come out like? She got just, which is good. Chaste is bad. Gluttonous is bad. Deceitful is good if you're an intrigue character, which we are, but we don't really want to be an intrigue character right now. Compared to Greater, who is actually very good. Wow. Okay. Skilled Commander, not too terrible. Leads from the rear is pretty terrible when you've got 25 friggin' Marshal. Burly and Giant, obviously 2 very good congenital traits there. Dragon Rider. Oh, he actually did tame Elenal then. That's cool. He is apparently a Tyrant, but that's probably just where he went against the Council during a Regency or something like that. Poor Fighter, that can be improved. He's shrewd, he's humble, he's honorable, authoritative, and wrath. All of those are very, very good. Wow. Okay, I think we definitely want to play as King Greater. Not only that, we would, of course, get Marine into our empire as well. So that would be a very good way to do that. Your Grace, I'm pleased to report the success of the Siege of Old Valantis. Thank you. Clamp them all in chains. 80% war score. Really? 80%? We've got the enemy capital sieged. We've got the claimant of the war in our goddamn prison. What have they got? They've occupied all of our province in the Demon Pass. Well, they managed to get that. Okay. It's this one. So we can siege these and then take back whatever the hell they've taken in the Summer Islands. What the hell? Wait. It's the Kingdom of the Summer Islands. Oh, that could be something to concern ourselves with. What else have they grabbed? Or is it just those? Occupation. Demon Pass. Yeah, it is actually just all of Mantaris they've got sieged. So if we take that back, it might be enough to end this. Oh, there they are. Right. Chase them down. End this war. What do you want? Just get betrothed. Hot plate. Sure. You know what? Go for it. That's fine. We want to play as you anyway. Okay. So, what we can do as well is we can abdicate this character and then marry her off to Greater. As long as she doesn't die, that should work as intended. Okay. Let's wait for them to movement lock. Let's wait for them to movement lock, and then we'll just go and we'll meet them half. There we go. Boom. We've got them. This may end the war, just this battle, without having to need to counter siege. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Come on. Fight us. What have you got? And obviously neither side has taken a straight crossing, river crossing there or anything else. We actually got there first, which is great. Oh, they haven't even got a commander on their flank. What are you doing? J. Halar Vasar has been... Someone in our prison got elected. We're done. We're actually done. Holy shit, that took ages, and I never thought that war would drag on as long as it did. Now all we've got to do is get ourselves essentially deposed. Relatively simple to do. We find someone with a very low chance of being imprisoned, and then we just try and imprison them, and then we surrender the uprising that comes from that. So I guess we'll try against you first. 63%. God, shit. Okay. Try against you next. 32%. Boom. She's raised a flag in rebellion, and then we offer peace, and then surrender, and then we abdicate. Goodbye. See you guys later. Everything is dealt with. we are now playing as when it sends it through, after the autosave is done. Game over? What do you mean game over? We clearly had other characters. Okay, there we go. That's as what was intended. The war against the tyranny of Queen Crockpot of Last Lament has ended. Lady Pazera II of New Giswan. I'm not sure what happened the first time. She's our rival now? Either way, we're now playing as King Gracer of Marine. The entire kingdom has changed from Last Lament. I kind of prefer. Let's go back to Last Lament. It's a much nicer contrast to colour. Also, Marine over Valyria looks just completely wrong. We've got a good character. We've got a dragon. We are a tyrant, which hopefully won't take too long to deal with. All we'll do is we'll sack our Archon and sort of start setting up the council up very briefly. I'll do some in-between episode stuff, like, you know, making sure we've got honorary titles dished out, that type of crap as well. And then we're actually good to dive in here. Tomorrow, we reform the religion. I know I've been saying that for a while, but, you know, there's been one or two things going on in the meantime that sort of slowed that down a little bit. But now, we literally have nothing standing against us. So this is it, the end game. And also, there's this as well. Your Grace, Crockpot Valane has been defeated at Reign of Misruler's End. King Gracer Valane, her heir shall henceforth reign as Last Lament, just in case anybody thought I was scumming things up there. I accept your offer. Thank you. Good. We should also probably ransom off a shit ton of prisoners as well, very briefly, before we end things here. Let him rot, just we'd have to deal with it tomorrow, that's all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will make an offer to try and ransom her out. No, she's going to keep her in there, even though it doesn't really matter too much. Thank you all for watching. Let's finally give a shout out to the insane top tier level patrons. I feel like this episode has been going on for hours and hours and hours. Thank you to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Banking Kitten, Blurry Bunny, Sidini, Crazy Pack, Crosis, Demon Daenerys, Donald, Facundo Vasquez, Fungus King, Gogula, Sarik, Haydog, Jimbo, Jocelyn Dean Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Mr. Smug, Muskratful, Nathan Flores, Necrophilin, Pelvis Presley, Skaz, Surful the Sweet, Stannis the Manis, Toby Cruz, Tom Terror 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Backers, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support, the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for making this channel and the series possible in the first place. It's been a long one today, huh? It's been an insanely long episode, or at least it feels like it to me anyway. Probably going to play it back and it's going to be like 24 minutes. And a shout, of course, as well to Asro, Adam Person, Akari, Andrew Wilson, Arachne44, Ben Troke, Betimus Max, Better Valerian, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Duncan217, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Gray, Hashi Damar, Hancock, I Swallow, Com Meh, I See the Grey, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Jose, Yolanda Freeze, Jessica Smith, John Holiday, Johnny No, Jordan Cabell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plock, Justin Walters, Lasme, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Matthew, Monty, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pansamu, Pantherpearl, Payback 137, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch, Billionaire, Shari, Smirtworm, Talar, The Insane Pickle, The Forsaken One, Wesley Grayson, Will Wade, Wolfie, Yorkers, and CK2. Good God, that's a long list. Thank you to everybody who has also backed over the past couple of days. I'm glad that my time wasn't completely in vain. That's much appreciated. Thank you guys for that.